Hey, good morning everybody. On the last video, well, welcome to episode number 7, I believe it is. And last episode we did all the walls. We framed all the walls and we framed the upper loft walls. And now I'm building the rafters. I just have them all cut out. And these are going to be for the upper loft only. The back part of the building, the last 10 feet is going to have a standard peak roof like this. It's going to be real tall. I'm going to make sure it has a really good high point to it. And I think between the two of them together, it should look pretty good. But since I've got these cut out, I'm going to lay them all on top of each other and make sure everything looks good. Do a little adjustments if I have to. Double check them, make sure every one of them's the proper length. I believe I have them all about a 1/4 inch too long right now, just in case. I'm going to go up there and remeasure everything after I square the walls, and then we're going to start putting these on. So that's what's next. Well, I racked the walls, squared them up, put the braces in there. So that's all ready to go. I'm ready to put the rafters up there. I've marked all the rafters where I want them. And I trimmed them up, made them all match perfectly. Well, as perfect as I could get them. So there goes the compressor. Well guys, I switched gears here just for a little bit. My back's kind of hurting from crawling up and down on the ladder, so I thought I would work on the bathroom floor a little bit since I can just stand here on the outside of the building here and do it. I put in the bottom sill, cut the holes for the water lines, and I fit the shower pan in. Everything's fitting good. And I put the sill plate over there where the toilet's going to be too, and I cut the hole for the electrical. So, I'm going to keep on doing this just for a little bit longer. Well, good morning everybody. I'm feeling pretty good today, so I decided to get up here and deal with this. And I've got 3 of the rafters up. I'm blocking them in between and nailing it together. I'm also nailing it up from the underside this way. Make this really solid. But this is all really nice. I put a little architectural piece on the front, see? So that's the center right there. And as you come back here to this 3rd beam, I'm going to run that all the way back out here like this, a solid beam. After I get the 3rd one on, it'll actually be starting from right there. Then it's going to run straight back at the same height this peak is right here. And I'm going to use one of these 1x8s like this. Only it's not going to have any cuts on it. It'll just be the 1x8. I'll put a little V on the top like this. You know, just cut a little angle on the top of it. But that's going to be the ridge board for a standard pitched roof right here. And I'm going to extend that out. I'm going to try to get it out at least about 2 foot off of the end down there. And at least I'll have some resemblance of a covered porch out there anyway. So there's the bus. I got to get back to that too. I've got to take it in and figure out what's causing it to smoke when you first start it. I think we just have a leak, injector leaking down on one of the cylinders. Completely drivable once you start it up, and it just puffs a little smoke when you start it. But after that, it cleans up and it runs perfect. So I'm thinking it's probably just something leaking down into one of the cylinders. So it should be a fairly easy fix. That doesn't mean it's going to be cheap, but I can't imagine too much being wrong with it with only 60,000 miles on it. But anyway, back to this. So I'm going to go down there and right down there and get the other 3. A little bit warbly up here. I might just go ahead and block up the front of this the trailer a little bit to make it a little more stable. Well guys, I've got her done. Now it's time to go ahead and do the back part. Well, it feels good to have that up there. I've been kind of dreading going up there. It was too shaky. The trailer was actually really level, and so I didn't block it, and it didn't really matter down below. But once I got up there, man, it was like I was in a tree or something. So I went ahead and I put blocks under it. You can see I got a block there. And I blocked it back there. I did all four corners. Yep. Got to keep it safe. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is, let me get over here. I'm going to come off the very end of that rafter. I'm going to run a ridge board, a 2-inch by 8-inch ridge board, all the way out here and out about 2 feet. I'm going to put another little fancy cut on the end. And then I'm going to start putting in my rafters in like this. Yeah, sounds good. I'm going to get after that right now. Okay guys, I've got the ridge board in place. Got it temporarily braced and hooked up there, and I've got it nailed into the rafter, the cross rafters up in the front of the loft. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to have to teach my compressor a little bit of etiquette as far as making noise at the wrong time. But there it is, and I'm ready to start putting in rafters now. Well, I built my first rafter. I thought that these were a bunch of cedar rafters, but they're not. They're redwood. Yeah. Yeah, there's the bottom of it. Top, I got a 44-degree angle at the top. And it's a nice steep roof it's going to be. And this is the pattern for all the rest of them. See? I named her Patty. Be the mother of all the rest of the rafters. All right, and I got a couple more made over here too. So I'm going to make the rest of them, then I'm going to get up there and put them in. Well guys, I've got enough, I don't have enough rafters cut. I'm missing 2, I believe. Here are the redwood ones. These are nice rafters. Then these are a bunch of fir leftovers I had. Some of them were new, and some of them were kind of old, but yeah, I'm missing 2. I'm going to keep on going though. I guess I'm going to have to buy some wood finally. Unless I could maybe rip one out of that 2x6 there, a cedar rafter. But I don't think I have anything else here. See these 2 right here? They've been nailed together quite firmly. I don't even think I want to attack that. And some short pieces of 2x8 there. And short pieces of 2x8 here, and a couple, there's 4 4x4s. And that's a 1x there. Yeah. Wait a minute, what's this? Wow, that's a gnarly looking pressure treat. I could probably rip a couple, yeah, I think I could rip a couple pieces out of that. All right, problem solved. Well, out of that 14-foot board, this is all I could get out of it, and one of them's got a pretty good chunk in it. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers on this one. I'll make sure I'll put that in the appropriate spot where it's not going to affect anything. Okay, I've got enough. I'm going to go start setting rafters now. Well, hello friends. I've got this almost done here. I've still got to put 2 more right here and 2 more out on the end. And I've given myself a 2-foot overhang for the porch. And I'll take you inside. Yeah, everything fit pretty good. Next, I'm going to put these last two on the outside here. One goes from that corner up to that. And I'll take this temporary brace out right here. And yeah, I think it's looking real good. It's gonna have a tall ceiling, see? That's way up there. And let's try to go to the outside here, see if we can see. You can see that there's not a lot of overhang here. And that's because I can only build this thing 8 foot 6 inches wide. And you can see how much overhang I have there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna butt the siding up against that, and I'll probably trim those off flush and put a piece of trim around that. And possibly a narrow gutter. And try to stay within that 8 foot 6 inches. And I have to trim these braces I have off and put me one more there going up and up into that right there, then from there down to this side over here. So I've already got those cut and they're ready to be done. And this really wasn't all that bad. I mean, cutting the rafters was the worst part. Okay, I'll come back when I got everything done. It's funny what we've got for rafters up here. We've got a redwood rafter, a new fir rafter, a recycled redwood rafter, a new fir rafter, a new one, and another new one. Then on this side, we've got an old brown painted fir rafter. We got an old used rafter, another brown painted used fir rafter. We got a recycled redwood rafter, and a recycled pressure treat, and a recycled pressure treat. And the ridge board is salvage stock. So good morning, everybody. I'm putting this rafter, the last rafter here where it meets the loft, and I've just nailed that in. And there's a million little things I don't show you as I'm going along here, because it gets too time consuming to show everything. But I'll show you this little thing here. You can see where I had to cut out for the rafter here. I had to cut out the floor. I had to cut this piece out right here. And I had to cut off that brace over here. It used to look like that. So there are lots of things in the way. So next I'm going to go ahead and put the rafter in on this side down to there. Then all that's going to leave me is the end two down there. I'm going to put that one end on the rafters here, and I'm going to take that brace out, and I'll see you in a little bit. Well, my friends, there it is. I've officially used all my wood up, right down to the stick. That's pretty good. Took all that old deck lumber, that old cedar deck lumber, and built a little mini home out of it. At least I got it framed in. Got the floor done. I think it's looking pretty good. It's starting to get a little bit of a character to it. And yeah, I got to frame up some inside walls and some blocking here and there. Finish off the end wall down there at the very end, the part up here. I got to build me a wall in there. But I think I'm gonna have to go buy about a dozen 2x4s to do this. So that's it. Well, guys, I think that's all I'm going to be able to do this time without having any more wood. So I'm going to have to go buy some wood. I'm going to go buy a dozen 2x4s. And so far, we haven't spent much money on this place. So it's I'm really happy about that. And next time you see me, we're going to be putting siding on the building. And then we're going to go ahead and finish off the back part of the roof because I need the siding on before I put the braces up there. And it's going to get interesting. This thing's starting to take a little character. So I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everyone.